It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Controlled by the Philadelphia 76ers. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. One will perceive that Ben Simmons has already won a championship when that has not been the case. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Trying to cash in, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Joe Allen.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Brooklyn with the basketball to Allen Crabbe. Holding the defense. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
Simmons to Embiid. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Jay, there is no question the Nets have a long-term vision, and they are not breaking away from it.
That vision starts with Sean Marks, who's the GM of this team, and what he was able to pull this past year was pretty much a miracle for the Nets in getting rid of Timothy Mozgov's contract for $16.7 million. He's been able to create so much cap space for this Nets team that Brooklyn now is becoming a destination. People are talking about Brooklyn rather than the New York Knicks.
Simmons with it. Leads 4. Ben Simmons, good start. He's made his first shot.
This guy has posted 12 triple-doubles in his first full rookie year. That's his second most by any rookie in NBA history while leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But how about this? When's the last time we said the most effective player maybe in the league has a glaring weakness? He was 0 of 11 from the three-point line for the entire year, did not make one three-point shot. And how about free throws? He shot 56% from the free throw line. You know who shot better? Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. But with all that being said, this young man still finds himself in a position to be one of the most dominant players in NBA history.
Russell to Allen Crabbe. Now a steal by Philly. Simmons with it. 8-2 our score. Now ready to shoot at the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
J.J. Redick at the line. First one, counted. And he makes them both. Russell into the front court. 10-2 the score. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Russell, the drive, right to the basket. For 3. Off the iron. No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Markelle Fultz at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 47% free throw shooter. Nets have the basketball to Davis.
Stop ball.
Surveys the floor. Russell curling inside to Fultz. Russell with it up top, trailing by 11.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Slam dunk from Markelle Fultz.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Short jumper stays out.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Nets have it. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. To Fultz. 4-3. His first effort off the mark. To Dinwiddie. Short jumper off the mark.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys down big. Yes, for every tough shot you make, buy one, get one free.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Defensive foul to number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Markelle Fultz at the line. First one goes down. And he hits the second.
It's like practice.
And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Long heave from three-quarters court, and it won't be close as time expires here in the first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Brooklyn's got it. Jay, D'Angelo Russell, former number 2 pick. He can be special. What's your prognosis for him?
Well, he has a chance to own Brooklyn this season and own New York City. Only played 48 games last year due to a knee injury. But still, look at the signs of growth this young man has had over the last couple of years. He went through that situation in L.A. He came to New York. This offseason, he's been completely quiet. You've been seeing videos of him just working out, getting his body right. It's a matter of time before you feel like D'Angelo Russell or D'Lo will take this game over.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Fultz with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Here comes the screen.
Big screen right there, big screen.
Sizing up the defense. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Napier with the basketball. Down a bundle. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Simmons to Fultz. Curling inside. Fires the three. Like the confidence. Tough shot there from McConnell. Taken by the Sixers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Markelle Fultz. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Fareed. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally. Shoot your shot.
Ben Simmons with the rock. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. It's a 3-point play. This big first half continues. Dinwiddie into the front court. Looking to make something happen to Hollis Jefferson. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Simmons into the front court. He'll run the offense. Oh, Ben Simmons. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Brooklyn with the basketball. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Smith with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Oh, emphatic slam. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Simmons. Cleans it up. Joel Embiid. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Now that the process has been established, it's going to be fun to see how much better Joel Embiid can be this season. Everybody heard about his arduous offseason workout program, but the thing I love about him the most, he always works on his game, even if he's dunking on random fans on vacation.
opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Russell. Joel Embiid tips it to Covington.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Can't connect. Has to know what's a good shot and what isn't. Inside, he scores.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Blocked away. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
The 76ers dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Nets have the basketball. Russell to Hollis Jefferson. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Fires the three. That's what they brought him in for. Allen Crabbe hits the three.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. J.J. Redick. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Russell. Oh, big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year, but Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question marks with Toronto, Kawhi Leonard, does he really want to be there? Changing up their coach, what's going on with that franchise? And the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
D'Angelo Russell. Can't connect. It's no good.
Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
Simmons to Redick. Shot from the lane won't go. Russell.
Screen right.
Great feed. Count the basket at the rim.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Simmons. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Nets have it. Russell to Allen Crabbe. Here comes the screen.
Hey, pick me the ball.
To Russell. Baseline drive. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while, too, I guess.
Cashes in for 2.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Hollis Jefferson. Russell. Rebound taken by the Sixers.
Who's gonna do this?
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He
Stuffs it down with authority.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Allen Crabbe. Screen coming.
Hey, watch this screen left.
To Dinwiddie. Beyond the arc for 3. Not that time. He missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Runners good there.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Brooklyn's got it.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
To Allen Crabbe. Here comes the screen.
Hey, lock up.
Markelle Fultz looking good. 4 for 5.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what you can do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just bet.
It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys down big. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Sixers control it. Fultz. They'll get it down to Johnson. Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Screen coming. Out of bounds. Last touch by Robert Covington. Ed Davis. Trying to cash in. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. He's 3 for 7.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
It's Brooklyn's ball to Russell. Cleared out by Embiid.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Russell. To Dinwiddie. Fareed. Finish that. It's Embiid for two. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Markelle Fultz to Covington. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Brooklyn with the basketball. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. To Fareed. And that one out of bounds off a net. Fultz to Redick. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Short jumper won't fall.
You know, as a shooter, you recognize that was good defense. But that's more on you than it is the defense. Challenge yourself to get the ball back and continue to be aggressive.
And score. Strong take.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Markelle Fultz. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
J.J. Redick. 4 out of 7.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Lets it fly from long range. Snared by Embiid.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Napier with the basketball. Down a bundle. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Sixers able to clear the rebound. Sixers have the basketball. Embiid to Covington. Probing the defense. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. From long range. Missed it. And Napier going to come away with the rebound. Napier with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Good look that time, but off the mark. The Sixers are victorious. as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here. And I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Philadelphia 76ers, it wasn't surprising to see this team on the losing end of this matchup. They weren't very good with their execution, and they suffered for it. Check out the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Fast break points.
The Brooklyn Nets can look back at this game and point to their poor transition defense as the primary reason for today's loss. Too often, they found themselves out of position once the outlet passes were finding their intended targets. They looked really slow in the first half.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.